Yeah, if everyone is, I'll start the recap.
Yeah.
Count me in, right?
Yeah.
Right. When last we left our party, they had decided that in order to cross the absent range, they would make for the Citadel of the Stars and try to find out more information there. They had discovered a hideout of the cult of Zernas, which had been kidnapping orcs and using supposedly peaceful myconids to enslave them. They accidentally alerted the hideout and gave them a chance to escape, unfortunately. While exploring the now abandoned base, they cut down several zombie orcs and discovered a lavish prison cell kept separate from the rest. In it, they found the notebook of their friend Virtue, which referred to some ritual they used to limit his ability to think. Enraged by the kidnapping of their friend, the party made their way out into an ambush by the mind flayer Zolt Slaifo. True to his word, he did kill one of them before dying himself, and now the battle is over, but Hyakin's corpse is among the fallen. And that was where we left off last time. Before we start the game proper, we will have a brief scene with Hyakin's ghost and the god of death, Mortis. Just to set the scene and remind you of what's going on, Nick.
Yeah.
He came out with an incredibly bad stand-up routine in order to try and lighten the mood. Promised you that you'd be allowed to stick around at least until the resurrection ritual took place on request of Istus. And he basically looks to you and says, normally people cry a lot more. They have a lot more questions when instead you've kind of just taken this on the chin. Like, is there anything you were like planning on asking or, getting pinned down, or are you just going to roll with the punches here?
I mean, I'm still in shock. I was not expecting to go this way.
Yeah, no one ever really does. I mean, it's weird because I'm the god of the inevitable, so literally everyone should expect to die at some point. But I guess no one ever really thinks it'll happen to them, huh?
That's very true. At least would have been nice to have some warning, but here I am. So what happens next? What's going to happen to me? Am I just going to float around?
Well, I mean, that's up to you and up to your friends. For the time being, since your friends are most likely going to try and find some way of bringing you back, I'm willing to let you stick around to keep up on current events. You're not going to be able to interact with them at all, but if, when the time comes, you decide not to return to the world of the living, then you'll come with me, and we can discuss what happens next there.
Wow, I didn't realise there would be a choice. This is very different to what I would have expected. But yeah, that sounds great.
They can't bring you back without your consent. Oh, they can't. Some evil people might be able to, and
I mean, I would like to come back to the land of the living.
We'll talk about that. Don't worry about that for now.
Okay.
But yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to interact with much. It's kind of one of my rules.
Can I do anything? Can I like blow leaves around or
no, that would be
or something?
Those sorts of things would be the purview of the undead. That's illegal.
Oh,
We don't do that.
I can't haunt them then.
Not undead.
We don't do that.
We don't do that here.
You're a good ghost. No haunting.
What is your alignment?
Can I like go through them, give them chills?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What would happen if I like float through someone? Would they feel anything?
They might get a slight chill.
Anyway, I am chaotic good, so I can have a bit of fun.
You're good aligned. It's fine.
Could Hayakin's soul be kind of placed in, sort of like with reincarnation, his soul be placed in the body of a new being?
Yes.
Wow.
That is a way of bringing someone back from the dead.
Less expensive?
Potentially. Depends on how messed up the body is.
Depends whether I want a new body or not. I get the final say.
Basically, there is a different spell called reincarnation as opposed to raise dead. where he will come back as a random race, which, yeah, it would be less expensive.
Wow, okay.
He would almost certainly no longer be a tiefling.
Interesting. Then we'll have to commission Sarah to give me a new portrait.
Oh, we could get a new poster and everything.
Get a new poster and everything.
I mean, that's metagame knowledge, but I feel like
Yeah.
if you ask like a question to that effect, Mortis would very likely give you a similar answer.
Yeah, okay. Let's say in game that I asked her what's the options of coming back to life, and she sort of said, well, they could choose to put you in another body, which would cost them less, but obviously you'll look different and be a different race. So
yeah,
I still get to say whether I'm okay with that or.
Yes. So basically, it is they will do the resurrection ritual, and they'll make the roll on consequences. And at that point, Mortis is going to make a sales pitch on, hey, what if you just decided to stay dead? And if you say, yeah, I want to stay dead, then roll the new character, dog. And if you say, no, I'm going to come back to life, then you come back to life with whatever consequences that will entail.
Is there any sort of heaven or hell in this game? Like, if I stayed dead, would anything else happen? Or would that just be the end of it?
Well, I think...
Or you can't say that?
No, I think we can ask this in RP very much. When you ask that, he would... I think like you'd be educated on the Outer Planes, bearing in mind like your background. So you would know that...
Yeah, maybe that's another reason why I'm not so shocked about what's going on, because I've already read about...
Yeah, like heaven and hell are two of the many Outer Planes. There's a few different types of heaven and a few different types of hell. And people, Mortis would tell you that people would spend some time with him, and then he would sort them and send them to the place which is most appropriate for them. And after a few thousand years, who they used to be stops really mattering so much, and they become someone new with, 1,000 years of being dead. And at that point, their soul has been sort of cleansed and they're ready to be reborn as someone else. Because otherwise, there would just be an exponentially growing amount of dead people in the Outer Planes that would never decrease in any way.
So it's not just an infinitely sized place?
No, it's a planet. Each one is a planet.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I already knew that, obviously.
Yeah.
In character, I already knew that.
Totally.
Out of character, I'm like, oh wow, it's a planet. Cool.
The 9 Hells are called the 9 Hells of Bartor, and Bartor is the name of the planet.
I don't want to go there.
Oh, naughty smiley face.
I'm chaotic, but in a good way.
Well, yeah, but if there's nothing else you want to ask, we'll move on to everyone else's reaction to the death of their dearly beloved friend, Hyarkin.
Hopefully dearly beloved.
Devastated by his loss.
Anyway, yes, move on. I feel enlightened.
Okay. So, for the rest of you, the fight has ended. You have all just absolutely gone berserker mode on these giants and tore this mind flayer to pieces. Sort of only after realizing that actually you'd planned on capturing him alive to ask him questions about Virtue being kidnapped, the heat of the moment and all that. And Hyarkin's body lies there, brainless.
I mean, it's still got a brain in it, hasn't it? The brain hasn't floated away.
No, it literally, the mind flayer literally eats the brain.
The brain got eaten.
Literally.
You guys can retrieve the brain from the mind.
Thank God my soul can still float around.
Wait, so if
his body.
If Yarkin's brain got eaten by the mind flayer, like proper digested, how would we resurrect Yarkin with?
I don't think Ott would know the answer to that question.
Okay.
I don't think anyone
But
knows.
out of character.
Metagaming, there is a spell that it's a really high level cleric spell that can restore a body that is like missing limbs,
I'm not sure if it's
like internal organs.
druid
It's a-
spell.
No, I'm pretty certain it's cleric. It must be cleric and druid because cleric makes sense being the priest character. But yeah, it essentially just allows you to completely resurrect someone. And then there's true resurrection, which is the higher level one of it.
Where you don't need a body at all.
You don't. Yeah, you just don't need a body. It's just like as long as you say their name, it's like I resurrect this person, they'll come back to life.
I mean, I've homebrewed Resurrection a lot. It doesn't use exactly those spells. It's ritual based, but it uses more.
Ritual based on.
Different sort. Well, ritual in D&D rules just means it takes 10 minutes to cast and doesn't use a spell slot. I mean, ritual as in you players have to do something to complete the ritual.
Right.
But we'll go into that when it's time to do the resurrection ritual. In the meantime, it's time to tend to the body of your dead friend.
Okay. So after coming out of basically a wild pummeling frenzy on this poor giant that got stunned, and we all just beat the shit out of it after. In a more tired, exasperated.
I think you in particular, Yolya, would be pretty exhausted because you went full berserker mode, just spending key points left and right.
Yeah.
You didn't run out of key points or anything. You're not gonna take any.
I've still got 4.
Yeah. You're not going to take any points of exhaustion or any negative effects, but I think for RP, you've just gone full Nova there.
And so, in obviously a bit more on tired and from that fight, I just slide back down into the downhill into the hole, and I go to Yarkin's body to. I don't even fucking know.
Just shove it in the bag of holding, Smile.
No. I just kind of kneel next to his body, just kind of shocked at seeing that. Not expecting any of us to really go out like that. Expecting
the charred corpse of the Mind Flayer lies next to him.
Pee on it.
It's not been stung by a jellyfish.
I have to keep quiet.
Hey, your ghost is there. You're watching this.
That's true.
You know how Art likes to pretend he's religious of various different religions.
Yeah.
Art stands next to it with a sword, holds it face down, well, arrow point down, and kneels to it. And pulls out all of the religious items and everything and just scuttles them across the floor.
Various different holy symbols, only some of which are real.
Yeah, exactly. And
says,
Yeah,
exactly.
So I don't know if this has ever come up, but yeah, part of Rob's background was he was a charlatan who used to pretend to be a holy man to con people.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I know how much you love backstory, Logan, so I thought I'd throw that in there for you. And he says a prayer which isn't really based towards any religion and doesn't sound particularly kind towards Hyarkin, but does it nonetheless, just to be kind.
Is this a genuine sort of moment, or is Ott just sort of trying to fake emotion here?
He's sad, but he's covering it up with laughter.
Okay.
Same. But yeah, that's all that's gonna do. Kneel and pray.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I just turn to the group and ask if anyone has any kind of bandages or anything to cover the face and protect it, because obviously giant bucking hole in the face.
Mm-hmm.
gonna say a bandage
Wait,
isn't
did
really
his
gonna
head
do
not-
much anymore.
Has he got a hole in his face, or
Yes.
It's
his
probably
head is...
like probably by one of his horns, like to the front of one of his horns, I think.
Okay, because I
Like
thought
forehead sort of area. Yeah, there's a big hole, like circular hole in there.
like a leech?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Probably like a fist-sized hole. Like it's a big hole.
Just slurp that brain.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the next one. Is like, has anyone got anything like that? Just so we can try and protect the face as much as possible. Actually,
don't. What's
would,
the pitting again? I keep forgetting.
1 second.
Pit, and it's for climbing equipment. It's like the spikes you drive into a mountain face.
I know you've told me like 10 times. I can't remember.
Logan, would Yolya be aware of like resurrection spells?
Make a religion check. You would know that resurrection spells exist.
14.
Yeah, I think that's it. You would know that resurrection spells exist. I think particularly because you used to travel with Jeremiah, who I think learned Revivify by the end of the time you worked with him.
Maybe.
But yeah, you wouldn't know anyone who is able to cast it at the moment.
No, but it's more like, so I'm aware that it exists.
Yeah, you're aware that it's possible to bring the dead back to life in like a not zombie way.
Okay. So yeah, so basically, I'm just like, I say to people, we need a bandage to cover the face as much as possible to try and preserve it. So, so we can try and bring him back, and I'll be like, it'll be one, and that's what I'm just asking people if they've got anything, and if not, I'll just start tearing away at my traveler's clothes to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you all have a spare set of traveler's gloves. I don't know if anyone has like a healer's kit or anything they could use as
I have a pirate's outfit.
Yeah.
a pirate's outfit.
Why do you have a pirate's outfit?
It was what she had instead of her set of traveler's clothes. She wanted a pirate's outfit.
Right, okay.
But he will be preserved in your bag of holding, right? That's like, frozen in time.
I'd rather not carry around a dead body in my bag of holding, thanks.
I mean,
It feels really rude. It feels really rude.
Well, I don't want to carry him.
How
I'll
about
carry him.
How
It's
about-
fine. I'm a big, strong cat mommy.
how about we
Go on.
how about we burn him and then carry his ashes around in an urn?
In a jar.
would be more
No.
portable.
I'm
But it
pretty.
costs so much more to resurrect him.
I was gonna say I don't know. Oh, would it or would it not? I'm not sure if that would require a true resurrection spell at that point.
At that point, yeah.
Game.
Ott's got
So-
a net, by the way. We could just drag him behind us.
Again, no. Bit rude. It's a fucking friend, not some random dude.
Not a sheep.
But at this point, I imagine you guys are all just like crowding around his dead body, like discussing what to do with it.
I guess with
Reaction to
Have
the
it-
morbid scene.
Has anyone actually got a medical kit or anything?
No. I've
I
only
think
got
for
healing.
for Erland,
No?
this is the first time anyone's actually died in front of him. I think this is probably his
So
first time.
So you're just like witnessing death for the first time.
Yeah, probably. So he's probably just hiding in a corner, to be honest, trying to keep out the way of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So no one's got any. So yeah, I'm gonna make some makeshift bandages, I guess, to wrap around the wound
Okay.
and protect the face.
Yeah, I don't think I'll have you make like a medicine check or anything. I think you're just able to do it because it's not like you're actually
Dead man,
treating
nothing
an
more you can
injury
do.
at all. You're just covering the hole. So yeah, you are like able to like take the sleeves off a spare pair of clothes and just like wrap them around the head.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then basically lift up and carry the body, and I'll just turn to people and say, "We're heading to a major city. Bound to be someone there who has an idea of how to get him back."
Who's the strongest out of us?
Technically Sarah, but I'm pretty strong as well. So
Sarah will
also,
drag you
Sarah
on
is
the
a
floor.
very small bird.
With a lot of muscle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
That's
I
why
will
was
carry the
putting him in
body.
bag.
Okay, it's not like we have to carry
I'm
him
not
legs and
putting a
arms.
dead body in my bag of holding. You freaking.
But he
I
might
want-
get smelly on the way. It's like dead people smell.
Mhm.
Dead people
Yeah, they
Preserve
smell.
do.
Yeah, they
and like
do.
you'd be pretty preserved in the frozen bag. of
Would he?
time. I assume that's how it works, right? There's
I'm
no
not sure.
oxygen or anything.
It also means you have to pull your dead friend out of the bag, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it probably is the
And it won't fall
probably
apart
is the
when you pull
easiest
it
way to transport him.
Would it preserve him?
Yeah, because time doesn't happen in there. I'm pretty
You're
sure.
welcome to make an Arcana check.
Unfortunately.
Oh
the
god,
first-
our only Arcana guy's dead.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Can I make one as a spirit
Oh.
to
Yes, you can
Uh,
make one as a
put my
spirit.
mind at rest?
and
Communicate.
basically, so you're like, please don't.
Wait,
Yeah,
would
and then I'll just be
Might
like,
have that.
can I ask?
okay, 30. Oh
Can-
God.
Can Art speculate whether or not Hayarkin's spirit is with us?
Make a religion check.
Okay.
If it rolls high enough, can I
Fuck's
fly?
sake.
Oh, I was
You're
going to
not
say, can I
sure
fly
that
through him?
souls actually exist.
Can I fly
I'm-
through him anyway and see if he notices
Yes.
him?
Well, you feel a little bit chilly, but then again, there's no sunshine, so
So
Yeah.
would anyone actually be aware, including Harkin? Would Harkin, in as a ghost form, be like,
Yeah,
please
would
don't,
roll.
please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't?
not with a 13.
Oh no.
So, the Dungeon Master will help you. Do you have anything organic in the bag of holding at the moment?
No.
Ooh.
Yep, you don't have anything to have tested it on to know.
Oh right. I was going to say, am I going to like get fused with the tree or something?
I mean, technically, I have wine, but wine doesn't go off anyway. So
Yeah,
Mm.
wine's non-perishable, so
yeah. And my other thing I have is holy water, which I'm pretty certain doesn't get stagnated.
yeah.
Art might have something. Let me double check. Because
It's a bit late at this point.
Do you have any pasta? Spaghetti?
You're asking, does something rot in the bag of holding? You need to have something in the bag of holding which would be rotting by now, but you don't.
We don't.
We never eat in this game.
my tongues of
Okay,
madness.
so,
We have
My
potato
mushrooms.
occasionally.
well, no, you guys have rations, but also like Yolia is Outlander and you're a Ranger, so I very much just say like, yeah, you guys can forage enough food on the road to like be able to feed yourselves. If you were playing a party of 5 wizards, I would be like, where's your food coming from, by the way? Yeah, you've got Outlanders who specifically have the ability to provide food for like up to 5 people on the road, and a Ranger who's all about wilderness survival. So I
was gonna
just
say,
thought,
I
don't
haven't
worry
hit
about
that point where I don't need to eat or drink at all either yet, have I? In terms of
that.
levels.
I don't think so now.
Yeah, I can't wait for that spell because that will really not make any difference. I'm just reading it. Being suffocated. No, it doesn't really say anything. It just says it's an extra dimensional space. So, God knows.
Doesn't say anything about the passage of time.
Back window.
I tell you what, everyone is free to make an intelligence check.
Just an unskilled, yeah.
Intelligence check.
Yeah, there you go. I have no idea. Wrong one.
Oh shit.
Just get rid of one of the things on that roll.
No, you've got to re-roll it. This is the roll we go with every time.
Okay, yeah.
So just D20 then.
Go on your skills page, and there's an unskilled intelligence check thing.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. 17.
Never mind.
So thanks, Logan.
It's fine.
Wow, it rolled higher.
I'm not interested in you getting lower. I'm interested in sticking to the same rule, regardless of whether it benefits you or not.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I think Ott and Erlan. Erlan, I don't think you've ever got in the bag of holding to know, so probably Ott. You remember when you have got in the bag of holding before, you've like had to hold your breath for a few seconds, and like while people have teleported while holding you in the bag of holding before taking you out, like time passed while you were in the bag. You weren't frozen in stasis, you were actively holding your breath.
So it's not like you were there, got in the bag, then you were there kind of thing. It's you were there,
Yeah.
you got in the bag, a bit of time passed, maybe 30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
So the body would decompose in the
Yes.
in the bag.
Right.
So, knowing that being said,
Stinky bag.
anyone who questions it again is going to get a kick in the face.
But is it hot or cold?
Kick in the face.
Very cold.
Yeah, so it'll preserve his body.
Cold in the same way that the vacuum of space is cold.
Okay, so it's kind of absolute zero, but not quite.
Yes.
Cool. But it'll preserve his body.
Kick in the face. Pretty certain. 17.
You bastard. Yeah.
You're actually hitting him because that's 16 points of damage.
Yeah,
right there.
I'm on 34. That was half
obviously-
my health, you bastard.
Obviously, non-lethal. But a
Okay.
kick in the face anyway for making a stupid suggestion again. And I
Hey.
walk.
What's your armor class, Rob?
He said it was non-lethal. Oh,
Well, yeah, but does 17 hit you?
yeah.
Well, you take 16 points of damage.
No.
I immediately
Oh,
start
you just
walking away.
stomp
party
it.
I'm just
falling
floating.
Do you wanna
around.
pay up? You
What-
wanna pay
what
up?
are these idiots doing?
At that point, I've obviously picked up the body, and I turn to everyone and say, "We may as well just get walking. There's no point staying around here.
Yeah, thanks for dealing me 16 points of damage,
You'll get over it."
bastard.
But
So,
Oh,
I'm now down to 18 HP. Thank you, Alex. You prick.
Hey, don't blame me for the fact that I quite literally rolled max damage.
You didn't have
okay,
to.
so, is everyone just leaving?
yeah.
You just leaving the Mind Flayer body behind and just...
Alright.
Is there anything on him we can loot?
Let's burn it.
Or have we looted everything we
Pass
can?
some time.
Scoop him.
Lose
He
a brain.
didn't seem to have any items on him. He just had his own
His
magical
teeth.
power.
What are the teeth like? Teeth are popular.
Oh. Razor sharp.
Yes!
Triangles.
Blew up his head.
Right,
Yeah,
Oh.
they bored a hole into his head.
Ott's got a crowbar, a crowbar.
Survival check.
Okay. It's that -2. Oh.
You just mashed this face with a crowbar. There's nothing redeemable about it.
God damn
Just
it.
start slamming the crowbar. This happens every time.
God damn it.
My
Wow.
God. Every time, Rob. every
Logan, I take a bottle of extremely high proof alcohol,
Yep.
dump it on the body, take a smoke of my pipe, and then chuck it as I walk away.
Yeah, the body bursts into flames.
There we go.
Yeah. You all leave. I will put you on the world map. So, you guys were, when it loads in properly, yeah, you guys are currently about here. You are heading towards the Citadel of the Stars. Well, you're actually heading towards Phalanx, which is underneath the Citadel of the Stars, but Logan hasn't updated the map for that.
Random encounter.
Well, no, we're not going to do a random encounter.
Oh, not on 18 HP, please. Have mercy, Dungeon Master.
Took a health potion, forehead.
No, because
Something-
what? I wouldn't need a health potion forehead if someone hadn't kicked me in the teeth.
Well, stop making stupid suggestions.
Something does happen, and it's probably about an hour into you guys walking. Yolya, you hear a familiar voice. A voice which belongs to your gloves, which says, is this a bad time?
Depends on what what you need to talk about.
I mean, me and you.
Our relationship, you know, how it's going.
Is
I
this
think we need
glove
some
love?
time apart.
I mean, for starters, you don't seem okay, which is pretty understandable. but I also mean, like, you seem dead tired. Like, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you okay? You just kicked your friend in the face, you bastard.
Deserved it.
Some morals.
I'm fine. There's
Yeah, grow some
It's-
morals.
Listen, you find out that one of the people you liked has been captured underneath your goddamn nose, and then minutes later, your other friend gets his fucking brain eaten by a goddamn mind flayer, and then before you can even find any information out in regards to one friend, he's fucking dead. There's nothing you can do about it. Kinda
So
shit.
you're capable of communicating with the Gloves of Radiance telepathically, but I want to know: are you speaking out loud or not?
No. Knowing I can say it out loud rather than just talking to myself, looking like a crazy person. Again.
So you're telepathically communicating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the rest of you, Yolya is just storming ahead, seething. But yeah, the gloves would say, right, yeah, I got that much. I mean, I haven't really been conscious for whoever this other guy is that's missing to know who that really is, but it seems like you seemed really upset by them being kidnapped. It's more like during that last fight, you pushed yourself really hard, which I mean, I sort of want to thank you because I feel like that had an effect on me, but also, like, I don't think it's healthy for you to do that very often. Like, I know that you have strength to spare, and I know that you wouldn't push yourself to the point where you kill yourself, but, like, when you push yourself that hard, that fast, it's got to have an effect on you.
My body can take it. I'm fine with my body. Don't
Right.
need
Yeah.
you to tell me what my body can do.
Well, okay, if you're not comfortable talking about yourself, then we'll talk about me. Last time we spoke, I sort of said that I didn't really remember anything, but I felt like there was something that I was forgetting. Like there was something I was meant to remember, but I didn't.
Have you remembered it?
I mean, a little bit. It's so you know that I feed on it when you start spending your life force like that. And when you just started like pushing yourself like crazy, it sort of jogged my memory a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what I am, but I'm pretty sure I'm an angel, I think. I remember my name now.
Oh.
It's Seraphine.
Oh, Seraphine.
I don't know who sent me, and I don't really know why. I just know that I'm supposed to help you.
Can I make a religion check, please?
Mm-hmm.
17. Do I recognize the name of Seraphine in any kind of religious aspect?
It's not the name of any archangel or anything which has ever shown its like shown up in religious texts. It's definitely a celestial name.
Okay.
If it is an angel, then it must be quite a young one.
Right. So then, Seraphine, other than you remember your name, do you remember anything else at all?
I mean, I'm still kind of getting to grips with this. I think I woke up before I was supposed to, so things are a little bit out of place. But you channeling ki through the gloves sort of helped jog my memory a little bit, which it's just, I always sort of instinctively knew that I was meant to be helping you. I mean, like, why else would I be in your gloves?
It's interesting that you're imbued into the gloves of all things.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish, like, do you know anything about these gloves, like where they're from, or
They
like?
were given to me as a reward for from who was it again, Logan? It was
They were. Yeah, it was Lord Duskwatch's
Duskwatch.
bodyguard used to use
Yeah.
them himself.
oh. Did we ever know anything about that?
Not really. He just said that it was part of his personal armory. He didn't really embellish anything on it.
Right.
Possibly something you would have to look up in your own time.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the only bit of information I got is the fact that I got you from a minor noble within from a place that was part of his personal bodyguard's own armory.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't ring any bells for me, but that might be something that, like, I've forgotten, maybe. I don't know yet.
Well, the important thing right now is that you remembered your name.
Yeah.
That's the bit. That's the important thing right now.
I mean,
The
I
rest
told you
will
that the be not afraid bit felt right.
Wait, you said that again? I can't even remember.
When she first spoke to you, she said, be
Oh.
not afraid.
It's like,
You made a joke about being an angel.
oh, right. Kind of makes sense then that you said that then.
Yeah, it was just kind of instinctive.
The little chuckle then is audible to everyone else, so that just like pops out randomly as I'm walking ahead, and then I realize that I said it out loud, and I'm just like flat faced again.
Oh, it says
carry on.
Yolius going mad. Whispers it. Can you hear it?
I'd have
Yeah.
to say, I was going to say I'd have to make a perception check on that.
You're welcome to. With disadvantage, because you're currently having a brain conversation right now.
Andy's further ahead. He's
So
stumped
actually, remember, I get better
Okay,
hearing.
it would balance
So
out, so it's
it
just
would
a flat
balance
roll.
perception. 14. So you would. I'm guessing.
I'll leave it up to Rob. Does she hear you or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say I don't acknowledge it. I just carry on, realizing that what I just because I know what I said. I just giggled to myself and then just with literally no context as I carry the dead body of my friend after just storming ahead in a bit of anger.
Joker moment.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a it's kind of an embarrassing thing. So it's like, yeah, no, I will just
I
carry
used
on.
to think Yarkin's body was a tragedy. Now I realize it's a comedy. You start dancing around in the forest.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, as the hit movie Joker plays.
Joker.
Jester. It'll be called Jester in these times. Anyway, but yeah, after I say, well, there's only one way we're going to keep jogging that memory. I'm just going to have to keep pumping my life force through you for the time being. Sounds weird.
She's like, yeah, just I mean, I'm not your mom or anything. At least I'm pretty sure I'm not your mom. But
That would be really weird. But sure.
I mean, just promise you're not gonna like hurt yourself, because there's already plenty of people trying to do that for you.
I'm plenty sure there'll be more people hurt from me hurting them than I would ever be able to do to myself.
She goes, you want to try that one again, champ?
Yeah, that didn't come out right. Pass. I physically just blanked for that. I was like, all you hear is
Does she say it out loud?
No.
Okay.
I clocked on that. I giggled it out loud, so I went back into focused only into talking.
Oh yeah, hi Arkin. By the way, they left your brain behind.
Oh no, I told him
I thought it got eaten.
scavenge the brain.
Yeah. Actually, I've read it up, Logan.
Right.
Sorry, out of the game here. It actually does digest the mind flayer does digest the thing properly, like you would any other way. So he doesn't
Yes,
technically have a brain.
The thing
It
is, when
doesn't need
Rob
big
was
holes.
Rob was trying to get the teeth out, did he just like mash the whole monster to pieces
I'm mashing
anyway?
your brains.
Face.
So the brain's just mush now anyway.
Just the face.
To
The
be
brain
honest-
would have been in the stomach.
The brain was mush anyway.
What I mean, Logan, is it wouldn't be much of a brain because
There'd be
in
nothing
my
left
way
to
it
salvage.
does, yeah, it does eat it like that. I read it. I read up the context
Oh.
of the actual ability, and it does like render the brain like completely unfunctional.
And plus, wouldn't like stomach acid just dissolve it anyway?
I
Not
think
over that kind of time period,
yeah, but
Oh,
but it would
I suppose it
definitely,
could
definitely
just-
we would rip open the stomach only to find it in your brain in pieces.
mm.
So it's like wouldn't have been much.
Magic it back together.
Well, that's technically what we're gonna do when we get you resurrected.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
just have to make
Hyakin
me a
didn't,
new brain
That's
now.
literally what's going to happen.
Hyakin didn't have much of a brain anyway, so even if
It's
the
going to be the philosophical episode now,
sorry,
isn't it?
say that again. The guy
Yeah,
who
what?
had really high intelligence.
I said
Didn't have
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, against the guy who gets is it a negative 2 to
Negative
wisdom?
2 on wisdom, yeah.
yeah, but Ott's intelligence is okay.
Yeah, I was going to say you get a +2 to your intelligence.
Yeah.
That
Ouch.
wisdom playing up, coming through there, RPing there. I see, Rob. Well done.
Can we
Doesn't
doubt?
it just dunce cap again?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I've buried it in the garden.
But anyway,
Yeah, the monster manual just says extracting and devouring its brain. It doesn't really get into any specifics.
I'm guessing with the devour part, it's. how
Oh yeah,
you
he
would
swallowed it
extract
whole. Was how I said it before.
it.
If you're devouring it, surely you're chewing it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Sounds like
mean.
it.
That's how I would.
Surely you're chewing it as well.
You don't just go,
Stop
"Oh."
talking about my brain.
You don't throw it back like a skittle. You can't just
Also,
swallow it
I would
whole.
I'd expect it to be similar to how like a snake mouth is, where it's literally teeth all the way down the throat.
Great.
So like ripping up the thing. To...
I mean, either way,
What is your? Yeah, I was
you
gonna say,
haven't
Logan.
got
What do you rule?
But anyway, is there anything? Have we got more?
well, it's I think that scene is done, but it depends on if anyone else wants to have a scene now that your friend is dead, or we can progress on to a few days from now.
Yeah, let's not delay it. Let's go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, it takes you. You travelled 1 day north, so it probably takes you 3 days to get to the next hex, which would be here. You would come sort of to the edge. Well, I think we'll start with like you guys coming to sort of the edge of this hilly terrain. As you like crest over the last hill, you would see pretty close to the foot of these hills is what appears to be a farming village. It's not farming any sort of plants that any of you guys would recognize, because every plant that you guys seem to know requires sunlight. But yeah, it does definitely seem to be farming some sort of vegetables here. It seems to be a small, quaint village. And in the very, very far distance, you can see the glow of what you presume may be this dwarven fortress that you were headed towards. But as you guys, I'm assuming, are going to come down into the village.
Yeah, I was going to say we'd probably begin descending towards the village first.
How visible do you think you guys are as you're traveling? You're traveling with light, because at least one of you doesn't have dark vision, but like, I don't know whether you guys are subtle or not.
Would it make sense to be subtle in such a situation? We're coming up on another town.
That's up to you guys.
I think by this point you're probably going to tell us that since we haven't been subtle up to this point, there's no point in hiding. Otherwise, it would be more obvious that a light's coming down the hill, and all of a sudden it disappears.
No, I would say like this scene starts with you guys like as you're cresting over the hill and seeing this.
Okay. I think we silently go in, just appear in the village.
I was going to say, does it look like there's like much activity in the farming village right now, or is it?
I mean, it's kind of hard to see. It's again, you're in pitch black darkness. You can see this village because it is lit.
How far is the village?
It'd be like an hour's travel away still.
Okay, so
you
we're
could
still pretty far.
see it because of your vantage point.
Right. Okay. I get you.
But I mean, the village is lit. There is most likely work in the fields. You can't specifically see like people at work, but there's nothing to like tip you off that this is a ghost town full of super zombies.
Right. Yeah.
I've got a question.
Like, unless we're on edge or something, I don't see a reason why. But go on, Rob. What were you going to say?
These fields, the plants in them, do they not require light?
They do not require light,
Oh, okay.
or at least not sunlight.
Right.
They appear to be lit magically.
Are we close to one of these fields, or are they still a while away?
They're at the foot of the hill. You could be
Okay.
on them within 20 or so minutes if you'd wanted to. It'd take you an hour to get into town.
Right. I see. Would it be a nature check to like investigate these these crops to see how exactly they are growing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's give it a shot and hope I don't fluff this. A 12.
I mean, they appear to be some sort of naturally occurring vegetable. They seem to be adapted to the environment. You know that it's been dark down here for a long time, and something has to grow.
I was going to do the same because he was
so
interested.
They don't need it. Okay.
19.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, again, it's sort of like you aren't from this world. This is a species of plant which is native to this thing. You can tell there has probably been like similar farming methods to what you would see in any world of like selective breeding has bred certain traits into it to make this into a farming crop. And there's probably different plants growing in different fields because of crop rotation, but Logan doesn't want to get into that level of admin for this town you're going to spend 10 minutes in.
Okay.
Would I know? Because I'm born on this planet.
Yeah, sure.
What should I roll?
I don't know. I think like you would probably just be it. I don't think you'd even really need to make a check about this. Like you would know, oh, those are cobbler fields, which are just fantasy potatoes.
Okay. Well, there we go. These are cobbler fields. These are fantasy potatoes, and I point over.
Except you don't say fantasy.
I say fantasy. I say it verbatim.
These are fantasy potatoes.
Maybe to everyone else they are because they're not from.
Yeah.
It's like
From
holding
that planet,
Yarkin's body in my arms, and I look over to you and say, what?
Fantasy potatoes.
These are fantasy potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I should kick you for that, but I won't.
Yeah.
Do
My
it.
spirit's laughing above him.
Do I hear a laugh from the pebble?
You do not.
Oh.
But you do feel like
Can you sense a laugh?
Yeah.
you do still feel like you're being watched, though.
Does Seraphine Seraphine like
Seraphine giggles at this, yeah.
I mindfully say shut up.
Do you just hit your hand?
I'm carrying you, I can't hit my hands.
Slap the back of your own palm. She's like, I can't feel things.
Just,
I'll make you like at this point I'll make you feel something in a minute.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Yeah.
It's a promise. I just channel some key through them at the time. It's me. But yeah, other than that, so yeah, if there's nothing like janky about these potatoes, just carry on into the village, I guess.
Okay.
Moving towards the village.
Okay.
Since Ott's
that
interested, can he
case-
steal some vegetables? He's
Sure,
mildly
I mean-
mystified by these special underground fruit. Dark
You're
fruits.
on the like edge of the farming field. Like, since you guys are having this scene, I'm gonna say like there isn't a farmer nearby who's watching you at the moment. So yeah, there's like nothing to stop you just stealing some.
My family were farmers, so I'm going to object to this.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Erlan objects to this.
Are you doing
Yeah.
anything in particular?
Ellen
like,
will remember this.
oh, so you're gonna let me take them but
I'm not going to
How
stop
many do you
anyone.
want to take?
but-
I just like a couple because I want the seeds.
Sure. They, you take a couple of cobblers. Mark them in your inventory. You just rip them up.
Erlan will remember that.
They're like pure white potatoes.
And I leave behind in its place 1 silver piece.
What?
You know, like
That's-
fancy
that's
food is meant to be
Is that a lot?
kind of.
That's a lot.
Oh,
For a potato.
a copper, 2 copper pieces. No, 3 copper pieces because I don't want
So
copper
you know
pieces.
how like fancy food is meant to often be like representative of what people like really want. Does that mean, Logan, you really want pure white potatoes? Is that your dream?
No, for me, the fantasy was up in the sky when everyone made homebrew coffee, but
Yeah.
there was hot chocolate and coffee available in every house. But you guys left there, and now you're in the like Underdark, but called something different.
What about those weird potatoes that we had in that pub that one time?
Oh yeah, potato chips.
Yeah.
Well, that is also my fantasy. Yeah,
Yes.
just mashed potato in a bag.
What are you getting for Christmas now?
Oh boy,
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
can't wait.
Sorry for derailing that. Anyway, carry on.
Uh-huh. So you take a couple of cobblers.
And I leave a copper piece in its place.
Okay, mark off a copper piece.
Done.
And so you guys would approach into town, and I think you guys would sort of, like, as you came nearer to the town, notice that there seems to be quite a lot of chatter and quite a lot of bustle in the town.
Someone stole an old farmer Phil's potatoes. He needs all that money for his wife's chemotherapy.
No!
Oh, no!
Entire field of potatoes, they've just gone missing.
Missing.
Magic potatoes.
Some scoundrel only left a single copper piece.
Me fantasy taters, they've been taken.
Oh, they were so mystical. They were going to give me loads of money.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
actually triggered the alarm spell. There's a glyph of warning right underneath your foot right now. As soon as you move, it's going to blow you off.
No.
Oh,
Gosh,
baby.
the orphanage, they love those white potatoes.
Oh,
Now the kids are
jeez.
going to go hungry this Christmas Eve.
Oh, why is this Scrooge? Oh.
But no, the village does seem abuzz. As you guys have just sort of like come in through the fields, like if you want, you can approach stealthily, or you can just like burst out of the undergrowth, like I am here.
I
Yeah.
don't
Let's
think
go
I'd rather
stealthy.
do either. I think coming out stealthily seems a bit stupid, but bursting out in a pompous display of thing, but just like maybe coming out like just slow, like well, I don't know.
Well,
Coming out. Oof, Jesus.
are
kinky.
you stealthing ahead, or are you just
I
being
will-
sneaky?
I will stealth behind, so I'm close enough that I can follow them, but
You're actively separated from the group, so if they're revealed, they won't reveal you.
correct.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's also going to be, I guess, fine for me to sneak back into the group without anyone going, whoa, where did that guy come from?
Hmm.
Is that safe?
Yeah, that's fine. You can
Alright.
be within like 30 or so feet.
Yeah.
So I think like as you guys would come to the edge of the field, you would see what appears to be probably half a dozen fairly well armed and armored soldiers are currently trying to shout something at a very large orc who is holding a set of cards and smirking at them.
Sounds threatening.
Holding a sec.
Hello.
I wonder if this orc might be a collector of some sort.
Pokemon card collector.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They're
thinking.
retro games.
Can we make out what is being said?
Are they Game Boy cartridges?
The
Yeah.
same Tetris cartridge over and over again.
Make a perception check to try and listen in.
I
Is that
can't
with
'cause
advantage
it's
for me?
too far away. I
Yeah,
guess.
with advantage for you. It's fine.
Thank God I got advantage. Nat 20.
All right, so
That's
I'm about to
performance.
shift perspective here to the other side of this encounter.
You roll performance first, by the way.
Ooh.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter now, yeah.
Mr. Hamilton, you have been sent. But in fact, first of all, do you want to describe what your character looks like to the rest of the group?
Okay, sure. So, hello. My name is Hamilton.
Mhm.
I am a half orc, born into royalty.
Is he describing this to the angry mob?
No, this is just for
Just
the players, so
just
you
for
guys
the
know what you're
people
playing.
playing.
I am Hamilton. Nice to meet you. I'm a
Hello.
hawk, half elf. I love long walks on the beaches.
I'm a deep soul.
I haven't thought that much into it. I'm a big brutish guy with an axe, but
My Gross. Do it.
I try and have a kind of posh side to myself as I am royalty.
Okay. So, I think to sort of set the scene, you were
You
summoned.
can explain me better than I can. Go on.
You were summoned by the Queen, and you were told that the Fate Touch, that you'd received a message that the Fate Touched would be arriving in the city soon. However, then several days passed, and they never arrived. At which point, given your position within the court, the Queen personally requested that you go and investigate their whereabouts, and if possible, bring them to the city of Phalanx unharmed. And you were given half a dozen soldiers to, as you were told, they were under your command. As they were told, they're to look after you.
Yeah.
But I think to set this scene, I imagine that you've just been sort of like barged straight through the village. You've asked like maybe a couple of questions like, hey, had the Fate Touch been here? No? Okay. And you've just like gone straight to walk into the hills, and the soldiers are like trying to stop you, being like, we have no idea where they are or where they have gone. Like, are you sure, you don't want to investigate any further? Or are we just going to like walk off into the wilderness and hope we don't die, sir? I mean, all due respect. I feel like we should do a little bit more detective work here.
Is his
I think
first
that's
name
what Yol would over here.
is
So I'm like,
Okay.
so he's on about. I'm like, can I try and like before walking through after hearing that say, can I see them through there before? They
I
start?
think like you guys are sort of in the edge of these fields, and like you're out of eye line until you want to be noticed, because it seems like everyone here is preoccupied at the moment.
So I turn to maybe Risu and Erlan, because Art is a bit behind, so
Mhm.
and just and try to whisper to him saying, "Psst, some people after us. Apparently, they want to take us to the Queen."
Ott's in range. Can he see them talking?
Sure, yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, Ott's gonna message Yolia saying, "Hey, what you on about? What's happening?"
Yeah.
You what?
I send one back saying, "Big orc guy won't find us to take to the into the citadel."
Oh,
Is this how you talk to your glove?
Listen, I talked to my
Just
glove
killed a
how
bunch of zombie orcs, but
Yeah.
they were orcs. This guy seems much better dressed and
Yeah.
like smaller.
I like this guy's swagger. Let's go see him.
Did you catch his name?
You like what does he have, Sarah? Does he have the swagger of a black teen or something?
Exaggerated swagger.
The
No.
swagger of a half orc.
So no, he's got the car.
I'm a noble half orc.
Yeah, the noble swagger of a half orc.
My oh my.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
Did you catch his name?
Oh,
Yeah, who was I actually talking to then? Just
It would have been one of your
one of the people I was with.
sent with, yeah. It's sort of trying to not so subtly encourage you to not go off into the wilderness half-cocked.
Okay. By the way, just so that everyone else knows, I'm a huge fan of the Fate Touched, and on those cards that I had, they had pictures of you guys that I was showing to the people that I'm with. Like, these are the guys we're looking
please
for.
tell
I
me there's
really
a
want to meet
picture.
them.
Is there a picture of me on there?
Yeah.
But I am fate
Yeah,
touched.
sure. You're
So...
part
Yeah,
of the team.
Where
You're
you
part of the team,
introducing
sure.
yourself as fate touched, and you're part of the team.
Yeah.
Well, I am fate touched, so.
So I'm like a super fan of you guys. I've been like keeping up with all of your travels.
My
So,
dude.
Keeping up with the fate touched.
so did you say
Yeah.
we should go introduce ourselves?
Yeah. I'll fly over. You've got a dead body, mind you.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, they know who it is. They can see his face still.
You're dragging a fate touch through the village
I'm not dragging. I'm
by
carrying.
his legs.
I am not a brute like you.
There's the man who stole all the fucking potatoes from the field.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
we
wasn't
should
even just
hand-
one.
we
It
should
was.
hand you- we should
If
hand
I
you-
find out you've got them potatoes,
He's lawful. He's lawful. Good.
Instant rage demolishes the whole party.
my
Yeah.
orc half is
He's
coming.
actually level 18, guys.
Would,
Yeah.
does would Nick be like, I would like to rage?
Yeah.
So
Would
I
you
like
mind
the
if I rage?
I'd like the little smirk there, Logan, knowing exactly what I was talking about.
it's Critical Role reference.
Anyway, so yeah, so I guess we like.
Yeah, so
shimmy on out of these.
well, Ritu, Sarah, you said you were going out first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Hamilton, you would see Risu, who you would recognize, I think, fly out of the undergrowth.
Was that Risu? And then I'm like, yeah,
I'm
whatever. I'm gonna like man up a bit.
I'm gonna.
I'm coming.
I'm like, guys, look out the window there. What was that? Was that Risu?
At the window.
Was that Risu? And I just storm outside and just try and track her down.
Well, I mean, you're not like in a building. You're like you were stood at
Am
the
I
edge of
outside
the field.
already?
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of like the idea that you said that anyway.
I'm so flustered. I just thought I was inside for a
Yeah.
You're wearing a helmet,
Um,
like a battle helmet, like kind of has the metal rod that kind of goes down over the nose to protect the fighter.
Well, I
and so
had
it
it
looks
up
like
and I
you're
flustered so
looking
much
through a
it
window.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the things drop down.
I had it up like that. It was all it just flipped down over my face.
Oh my goodness, I'm suddenly inside.
Yeah. I gotta get outside and find her. Lift the helmet back up.
Sorry, Luke.
It's fine.
Did
fine,
we hear
everyone's
right that you
playing.
guys are looking
I'm
for
a
fate touch?
professional.
Sorry,
Didn't
Sarah.
catch what you said then.
Did Big Ears behind me hear right and say you're looking for fate touched?
Did
He's
what?
actually fainted. That's
Did
it.
Big,
Oh, he's fainted. He's gone.
Did Big Ears behind me hear right and say you were
Yeah.
looking for fate touched?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Why is
Yes.
this so hard?
Yes. Where's the fate touched?
Oh, I think I was over there.
Yes, where our fate touched.
Yeah, I mean, my hands are off the wheel at this point. This is up to you guys.
Okay.
So
I
have
can't
we
even-
have we all come out of the brush at this point? So like
Yeah,
obviously.
can you paint a picture for me? Because I can't really picture what's going on there.
Okay, so you, from your perspective, you were like stood on the edge of these farm fields. You were just going to head straight through the fields and up the hills and into the wilderness in the direction you think they would be coming from.
And I've got like a team of soldiers with me as well.
Yeah, you've got like half a dozen people with you.
Can we just say in game he's passed out and we're just like someone's reaccounting like what just happened?
Instantly fainted. No.
He's just
Yeah,
instantly
so-
fainted. Like
So you're like one of the soldiers explaining to me what just happened to me. 'cause I
yeah. So that's what happened.
Sure.
Okay.
So we're just crowded around this fainted giant orc man.
Like,
Dude,
how,
you okay?
how big is Hamilton? Like, how tall is he?
I thought you were going to say how big a simp is he?
No, 'cause, like,
I mean, how tall are half orcs? Are they like
I mean,
much bigger
they're-
than humans?
Can be pretty
they're
tall.
probably like a bit bigger than humans, but then like even for a half orc, you're like I imagine fairly big because of like your class and stats. But I mean, that's up to you, man. It's your character.
Yeah, like really big, really menacing looking, but then with like
7 feet tall,
fancy clothes on.
ridiculous. Okay, yeah.
7 feet or something. Yeah, sure.
Is he
He's
visibly threatening?
huge. Like,
I have to bend over to get into buildings, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, same, same.
Living in a dwarven city.
Living in a dwarven city, I have to crawl my way through.
Army crawl
Army crawl.
on your chest.
So we've all
Yeah.
walked. So we've all come out of the shrubs now.
It's
out
up
of
to
the-
you. Everyone who wants to can have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I just see Sarah shoot up into the air, flying it. So I'm going to like move out of the farm field out into the open so I can be seen.
Still holding Hierarchin's body.
Yeah, I'm still holding the body.
Does it smell?
Yeah, it's been a few days.
In a few
Yeah.
days.
Are the people around him repulsed by the smell?
Ah, and then he'll eventually fart because that's what dead guys do.
Oh,
Yeah, they shit
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
So you're carrying around a smelly, shitty body.
I have cleaned the body during the days.
Hierarchy
Thank
body.
you.
You clean a dead body's butt. That's gross.
Lucky Hierarchin carried adult nappies anyway.
Oh
so
no,
he
he's
could
very
clean up.
nappy.
Oh no!
Oh,
Like, oh, this feels like furry con.
Why do I play this game?
Hey, Logan, I agree. Why do we play this?
Alex introduced me to
Desperation.
that.
Oh,
I got poisoned by Alex.
I didn't do anything, Rob. You're the one who decided to watch. And
Well,
look at.
if you're poisoned, you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
No, I mean like I've got mentally poisoned by Alex.
You said you're poisoned.
Yeah, that's it. He's poisoned in the game as well now.
Am I?
No,
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
that'd be super mean of me.
I know it's like psychic damage, but
Hey,
worse.
It could be worse. You could have said you got first edition poison, which means you just instantly die.
Oh, yeah, it's instant death.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, that was the thing.
No.
Damn.
way.
That's player friendly.
Messed up.
Ooh.
They had a lot of save or die mechanics.
Oh my god, that's
Wow.
It's
I'll
a
be
good thing they've-
re-rolling a
It's a good thing they've refined.
yeah.
I'll be rolling a character every other week.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
yes, I've got out this body. It does probably look a bit rotten, but I've been keeping it clean to try and prevent it as much as possible.
And you know how cats clean things.
Stop.
The butt. Is
I am
Hierarchin's
not
eye hanging out?
Cleaning it with my fucking tongue.
3 days. He's not like a month-old corpse or anything. He's
Okay.
been 3 days in very cold conditions.
I just like the idea that Hierarchin comes back and it's like, why am I covered in saliva and shit?
Oh, no.
Nobody warned me. So, Mr. Hamilton, are you okay?
I sit up dazed, but as I'm sitting up, I'm still like the same height as some
Yeah, I was
on
going to
the
say,
floor. Like
it's tiny, even more so with the Mask of the Robin on.
I just look around, dazed and confused, see all of you guys, and what? Erlan, oh yeah,
Actually, I'm techni-
guys, I've found him. I've found him.
I was technically not there, but he's gonna come on over.
So,
Okay.
Well, I'm going to be honest, Rob. He probably knows that you're going to be there because
Yeah.
everyone else is there. I don't think stealth's going to work.
He probably
Yeah, he's
was
probably
looking
got
out. It was probably actively looking out for me anyway because he saw the other three. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, well,
I
I
was-
found him. I
yeah.
told you we should have gone that way. And
They,
then,
there's like 1,000-yard stare they exchanges between the soldiers.
okay, then I get to my feet. I was like, oh no, what's happened to Hierarchin? I was really looking forward to meet.
And, look towards Yoldia just there. See what he's holding?
Oh, Yoya, what's happened?
Speaking
So,
to this dead corpse. What happened?
why are you licking him?
I just look at this half orc and I just. Unfortunately, Hierarchin was unable to continue his way with us. A mind flayer had managed to get hold of him before we could act accordingly.
Oh, that's.
I tell you what,
terrible
buddy,
news.
that card over there, that's going to go up in price now.
That's terrible news. I say as I'm pocketing his Hierarchin card in my back pocket.
Please explain the
No,
cards.
can you guys? Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So you guys noticed the cards? They probably dropped to the floor when I passed out, so you could probably see them.
Yeah, they're homemade.
Oh,
Do they actually look anything like them, or was it just what I thought they looked like from descriptions?
I don't know. Had you drawn them yourself? I'd assumed that like you'd taken cutouts from like pictures, like artists.
Yeah, if there was any like news articles or something,
went
like
on
really
he went on
homemade
DeviantArt.
cards.
It's probably like out of the news.
He's actually been commissioned for fairy form.
They're like top trumps. They've got like the stats on them as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've rolled sleight of hand, but you've not told me what you have.
Yeah, I was gonna explain. I was just waiting.
Oh god.
Can
didn't
I'll
notice that.
try and nick it from
Sleight of hand.
Hamilton's back
Oh,
pocket
come
that
on,
he
don't
put it
do
in.
that.
Perception check from Nick, please.
Oh no.
Oh no, you're mugging the guy.
Come on, this isn't fair. We just met and I'm so excited to see you.
Matt's gonna love. I'm doing it for Matt, to be fair.
That's nice.
Oh
My God.
I'm like, don't meet your heroes.
To you on the back.
what?
It's kind of walks up to you and smacks you on the back, and it's kind of a nice moment. You pickpocket this dude.
How I say? How are you
Oh.
going, chum?
Oh, what? Did he manage to pickpocket?
Yeah, he's got you've got now the Hierarchan card.
I turn round and notice that he touched me and just embrace him and say, it's like, oh, it's so good to meet you. So glad to finally meet you.
Hug.
Yeah, do a big hug and then
And
you
a
have to take
giant
damage.
bear hug. Yeah, go on, full on
Breaks
bear
five
hug.
breaks 5 rib bones.
roll the d20, how much damage you do.
I think it's a D100 in that instant.
Actually, if you're all standing close enough, I just try and group you all together and just give you all a big hug.
I'm
with so
Hierarchan
happy
in my
to meet you
palm,
all.
Still, I kind of take a step backwards to prevent that from
Apart
happening.
from you with Hierarchan.
I don't know who
That's
you
true.
are.
I'm sorry, I'm just too excited to meet you all. Anyway, I've been told to direct you to the Queen, so
Wait,
if you would be so kind to follow me and my soldiers.
so what's your name?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Is that
Hamilton.
your?
I heard Hamilton went to Fate Touched Con last year.
He started it.
Where do you think I got these cards from?
Is that your first name or surname?
It's his
First name.
Okay.
My surname is.
Come on.
Logan was going to tell me that.
It's on your character sheet.
It's on the character sheet. I can see it myself.
Ah,
Oh, I thought you
Hamilton.
made
It's
it
on the character sheet.
Ah,
Hamilton.
nice to meet you, Mr. Hamilton. It's on the character sheet.
No, Glump's his middle orc name.
Oh, okay.
His surname is whatever the royal family is.
Not Alexander
I
Hamilton.
thought you
Didn't know
were
what that
using
was.
that name. Well, it depends. Like,
Queen Plum.
is your dad like a human king, or was he one of the dwarven kings, or what? So this is your character, dude.
Yeah, he was a human king in my head, and Hamilton's mum was an orc. Don't ask how that happened.
That's brave.
Drunk.
That's brave.
Was your dad by any chance a bard?
Yes.
Great bard. All right,
Great
let's see
king.
what I can pull off.
Great king bard.
So it's not Alexander Hamilton then, yeah? Okay.
No, it's Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you drive? I don't understand. Horse and cart.
Horse, the best,
Yeah.
Horse
fastest
race.
horse and cart in all of Horizon.
Let's say Dazaran.
Dazaran.
Dazzzaran. King Dazaran.
Hamilton, Glump, Dazaran. What a name.
What did you say? Sorry, Matt.
Right, Daz, how you doing, mate?
Daza. No, my mates call me Ham.
That would be an
They-
orc's
they
way
call-
of making a
they-
nickname, to be
They
fair.
they call me Big Ham.
Big
Big Ham.
Big Ham.
Me and my boys, Big Ham, were down at the council estate.
The soldiers look at each other like we never Big Ham.
They're not his mates, though, are they?
No, they are not.
No, they're just random
They're
soldiers that came with me.
his
Not as far as I know.
Yeah.
I think they're my mates.
You're really painting a picture of the most pathetic orc in the universe.
That's the thing. He's kind of pathetic, but he acts like a really.
I was going to say it's either that or the most what's the word? Just oblivious orc.
Yeah.
That's probably closer to it, I imagine. But no, it's your character. I don't really want to write it for you.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
you were asking us to head with you to the Queen. Yeah, as you're here, I kind of go. I've kind of got more pressing matters, and just like motion, you know, like motion, like with my head towards the fact that I'm carrying a dead fucking body.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I didn't expect to see you guys in this sort of situation. So,
Make an intelligence check for me, please, Nick.
oh, okay.
Oh, you're not gonna recognize it's a body.
Oh, come on, I'm not that
Oh,
stupid.
no.
That crawl.
I'm not that stupid. Am I?
No, you're not that stupid. Or are you? That's up to you, man. How stupid are you?
I'm not that stupid.
Okay, you're not that stupid.
Oh, hold on, my character. I had the wrong.
Yeah.
I had the wrong character sheet open. Hold on. Where is it?
As well. Unskilled intelligence on your skills page.
Oh, it's down the bottom. Got it.
-1.
Oh, do I have lucky?
No, you didn't take that as a feat.
Oh.
Okay, maybe I'm a bit dumber than I said.
So,
-1, jeez.
Oh my god.
I'm still dazed from the feint earlier.
well, it occurs to you, you were ordered to bring them back unharmed, and you're probably going to get in really big trouble
If one of
now.
them's dead.
You killed a fate. They're gonna think you killed a member of the fate touched.
Oh no.
To be fair, in some circles, you'd be reviled as a
Okay.
god.
That's right.
If I'm so panicked, can I actually help them revive him?
I mean, you don't really, with that -1, you don't think you know a way to bring back the dead.
What am I gonna do? Just run around panicked?
PR a bunch. Maybe that would help.
I just look to the
mouth
all the soldiers with me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
I mean,
And they're here to support me, so they can help.
We gotta get rid of the body, guys.
And I'm like, we can't take them to the Queen in this state.
I feel like if we didn't, that would be disobeying a direct order from the
Man.
Queen, sir. I mean, you're the one in command, but
I'm gonna be in so much poop for this.
they're like
Yeah.
incredibly uncomfortable.
It's alright, they're peons. You can point the blame at them.
Yeah, one of them killed Hierarchy.
Yeah.
Sure.
So at this point, as he's obviously having this massive panic attack, thinking that he's failed his mission, I'm like, yeah, can you just like point us in the direction of like your main chapel in the city? That would be great.
So, is this going to require lots of money to bring Hierarchin back to life?
We
I
don't
like
know.
how you're thinking of the monetary cost analysis of this.
I'm just thinking, could we make use of Hamilton's money to bring Hierarchin back to life?
Well, Rob, the question
That's why I was asking if I could help, because
how much
obviously
does it
I'm royalty.
cost to bring your friend back to life, but how much is your friend worth to you?
All of the gold.
I don't know. I feel like we've already got a replacement coming along.
Yeah, it won't cost anything.
Wait. What about if you kill Hamilton and then revive
Jesus
Hierarchy?
Come,
Christ.
oh, soul for soul.
Soul for soul.
That's allowable.
I'm not letting
Really?
you kill Hamilton. He's already my favourite new companion. So
I'm
Like Big Ham.
To keep this,
You like Big Ham?
to keep confusion, I'm going to call him Alex. 'Cause Alexander Hamilton.
I got the reference.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, and it's just going to really confuse Alex.
And me.
I just prefer Big Ham.
Big Ham.
My name isn't Alex.
Yeah,
No,
what
it's-
if he's referring to my
One of-
character?
It's
as Alex?
okay.
Someone just points at himself like, how does he know my name?
I'm going to slap him on the shoulder and say, "Oh, it's okay, Alex." And
How would you reach him? You're a halfling.
Yeah, this dude is tall. You're gonna be slapping his
Oh.
ass.
I mean,
hey, lift me up real quick.
You
So-
lift him up.
Someone's going to lift me up.
No, I'm carrying a fucking body in
Oh,
my
yeah.
hands.
Chad, you gonna lift me up?
No, actually, I get on my hands and knees and make myself into a little platform for him to come and.
Muddy shoes on your back as
Yeah.
you go through potato fields.
It's okay, and I slap him on the back again and say, "It's all gonna be just fine."
What are you trying to
You
say?
didn't take any more cards, did you?
This. I kind of look at my cape and I think into my head, this cape was made of Tivian silk. God damn it.
You are wearing a cloak of protection, aren't you? Like, it's a very valuable cape.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm slapping Hamilton on the back and saying it's gonna be okay. I'm not stealing anything
Yeah,
from
but you're
Chad.
putting mud on my goddamn cape.
Oh yeah.
I'm just too busy having a mental breakdown.
Nah.
What are you taking this time?
Another card.
No, I trusted you.
Do you want the art card?
Yeah, I'll have our art card.
Okay,
Can you describe it to us to say how close I was to what he's actually like? Like, look at the card.
that's up to you, man. You're the one who made them. These are homemade by you. I imagine they're probably a little bit shoddy because you're not really a craftsman of any
I
kind.
mean,
Like,
in my mind, I'd like bigged everyone up to be like way better than they actually are in real life.
Art is
Superheroes.
mega buff.
Yeah.
Okay. All of his teeth are gold instead.
I look like I'm a South London gangster, just gleaming gold teeth.
You're pretty pleased with that card then.
Mhm.
Yeah, I look at it and go, "Yeah, that's me." Stick it in my back pocket. Sorry,
Okay.
derailed it again.
No, it's fine. This is your scene, guys. You're in charge now. So
So yeah, we want to take Kiarkin's body to.
Oh, I need to point to a chapel or something.
Chapel.
I
Yeah.
regain my composure a bit.
Take me.
Now
to
you're
your
going to say
leader.
I'm so stupid, I don't know where the chapel is.
no, look, you've lived in this city for probably like several years at this point.
Okay.
You would know there isn't like an enormous temple. There is a church of Mithras. There is also a smaller chapel specifically within the keep. But there isn't like an enormous temple, and you don't know like anyone who can bring the dead back to life. Gonna have to ask someone who is more educated in magic than you are.
Does he know anyone who could freeze a body?
Yeah, actually, you know a lot of wizards.
I'm thinking cryogenics.
There's a lot of wizards in that city.
Actually, would Ott know of cryogenics, or is that a bit far fetched for him?
Well, I don't think cryogenics specifically, but I think like you would know that when you freeze something, it goes off slower. Like you can freeze meat and make it last longer. Like that's not exactly like super advanced science.
Okay, yeah, I was just thinking in terms of
Cryostasis is something very different, but
right.
So how about if I direct them to the chapel? Could I then go around the village and try and round up some of the like wizards and bring them back to see if there's anything they could do?
I mean, there would be.
help.
This is in Phalanx in the city. There would be. There is the Celestial Archive. Is the
How long would it take for one to get here? Because obviously I have my connections. I could get the queen or king to send for someone.
well, I think you
Would
got
that be an option?
like transport which could get you back to Phalanx within a day. If you wanted to get word to Phalanx and have them send someone here, that'd be a day either way, so 2 days. Like you guys would have carriages probably, or you know.
Do they know how long they've got to do this ritual?
None of you guys know really anything about
No.
bringing the dead back.
It's more
Least of all,
take-
you.
yeah, take it to someone who probably has better understanding of how this shit works, i.e., a fucking place with some kind
Well,
of priest.
The most powerful magic person you would know is the Queen.
Well, Hamilton would
Well
know.
then.
Yeah, the most powerful person Hamilton would know is the Queen.
Could we get Hamilton to we send Hamilton off with Hyacin's body, and we just continue on with the campaign without him?
Oh my god.
Oh, Hyakin. Yikes.
Yeah, without both of them.
I mean, you could do.
Thanks.
So poor Nick has to roleplay two characters that aren't part of the campaign.
Two completely separate characters.
That's right, we bring in a third character for
No,
Nick.
and then I roleplay the entire royal family.
The Queen.
The Queen and the King. And Hyacin's spirit.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so
So it sounds like you're coming to the Queen either way then, if she's the one who knows the most about this sort of
Well, that would be the person that Hamilton would probably recommend.
thing.
Like,
Okay,
whether
I say
you
that
guys
to them then.
listen to, like, the half-orc who just appeared.
I mean, what else were they planning to do in this town when they
I
got
mean,
here anyway?
we were literally
Try
going.
and revive him.
Yeah, that was my plan anyway. Personally, it was more.
And if
get
there's
to
someone,
town and hopefully get him, revived, and then on that, I was gonna think next.
This is a small farming village. There is no magic here
Not here, obviously, in the city, dum dum.
in the city, actually.
yeah,
Right. Well, yeah, that was so. He says that that's the best person. Can I make an insight check?
Matt. Yeah, you can make an insight check.
what's Matt doing?
13.
Looking Dean.
Why
I
does
think
it tell me it's an NSFW channel?
because of the other posts.
Oh god, why is it
Love it.
still there?
Oh yeah. Oh.
So yeah, with a 13,
Enjoy it.
he seems to believe what he's saying about the Queen being good at magic, but he also doesn't seem to really know much. Like, he seems pretty uneducated.
Oh.
I imagine he's probably like, yeah, the Queen could totally do it. She knows all sorts of magics. And he has no idea what magics she actually knows. It's just like, she's done magics.
So basically,
Apparently she's good at them.
my idea of that is, well, she'll probably know someone who knows how to actually do it if she can't. Fine. Let's go see the Queen and hope she's able to do this.
And behind everyone, I just do a little fist pump, like yes.
You guys would notice this.
Anyway, yeah, that's it.
So,
Lead the way then.
off to the
Tell
Queen.
us how.
I mean,
Let's go to the Queen.
Hello.
Okay, so yeah, you guys would be loaded into some. They'd probably be like fairly utilitarian, like horse and cart sort of things. You just be like sat in the back of them. One of the soldiers would sit up front, and like there'd probably be a couple or like three probably for like all of you and all of the soldiers and Hamilton. To like all be able to travel comfortably, and yeah, with like being able to move quicker over like well guarded roads, and you would notice like this is probably not. You're probably far enough from this fortress that if this was Bulwark, these roads would have fallen out of repair by now. But things seem to be managed a bit differently, and these are still like fairly well maintained and fairly well guarded roads.
Are we going through any rough neighborhoods?
No, these are rural villages. As you're traveling between farming towns, and there's probably a couple that you would just pass by, not even so much pass through, on your way to Phalanx. It's not quite as imposing a sight as Bulwark was. Bulwark had these enormous, like Attack on Titan sized walls, like made out of glowing golden metal. These seem to be just like more realistic stone walls. They are still well lit, but they're well lit by light sources as opposed to beaming golden light from the walls themselves. You come in from the eastern side, and there appears to be like a large trench which goes probably about 30 feet, so about like 10 meters deep, and leads in like so that the walls raise high above you on either side before you reach the main gate of the city. And I will move you guys to the map of Phalanx.
Phalanx, sorry.
Phalanx. So you guys would be
God,
at
I can
Trench
see
Gate.
I can see it all in my mind.
So yeah, the gates would immediately like swing open as you guys were coming. Like you wouldn't even have to sort of announce your presence. There'd be people watching who would very definitely recognize Hamilton because he sticks out like a sore thumb and is expected. So yeah, the way will be parted for you, and it's up to you guys whether you want to go directly to the keep or whether you want to travel elsewhere first.
Would we actually have much of a choice, realistically thinking about it? We're with a royal guard ship that's been sent specifically to take us back to the keep.
Yeah,
Would we not have to then try and jump out of these carts and run off?
I mean, you're being escorted by loads of soldiers as well. It'd be quite difficult for you.
Yeah, I was
that's what
thinking
I'm-
if we
that's
try and
what
do
I'm
anything here, it's not going to end well.
It depends what the commander of this group would do.
Do we have a
Did you
commander?
say the
of the
commander
group?
of the group as in our group, or
The commander of the group of soldiers that is escorting you.
do you mean Hamilton then?
I do.
Well,
He would.
I'm taking you directly there. That's
So
Okay.
you
The
would
reason I've
chase
got
us
you
down
guys.
if we tried to escape, because obviously you don't
yeah. I
know.
would either try and chase you down or take the soldiers and get them to round you back up. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
no escape. You're here now. Even though I'm like really scared because Hyakin's dead, and I was told to bring everyone alive.
Yeah, like
in good health.
sweating bullets.
I'm like, I don't know what to do. They're here, but I don't want them to be anymore.
So for backstory,
And they're not quite as amazing as I made them out to be in my head. Damn it!
Never meet your hero.
I'm still
Sorry,
having.
Rob, you were saying something.
No, I'm just
I'm not
curious.
fine.
So for backstory, was Hamilton supposed to come and find us rather than wait in this city?
Hamilton has only just arrived at that town as well, but
I thought
he
you
was
said
soon
he was-
out to find you because you guys were late.
I
Okay,
was
right.
coming to find you anyway to bring you back.
So is the town and the city separate from each other? Like
Yeah,
in
the
same
town is one of several outlying villages which would supply food to the city.
area? Okay, right.
Um,
I was just wondering if they'd be like blaming Hamilton for not going out on a voyage with soldiers to come find us, and
Stop trying to blame me for everything.
and I'm trying to pin Hyakin's death on you.
I know you are.
so
I'm stronger than you, so watch out.
Yeah, and a lot bigger. You could just
And a lot bigger.
like the what are they from Mario? The big blocks, spiky blocks.
Thwomps.
Thwomps.
Like a thwomp just.
Yeah.
So
Behave yourself.
yeah, these carts would go through wide, well-lit streets. This does seem to be, in a sense, a city that never sleeps, similar to how Bulwark was, but kind of in the way that Bulwark was always super, like, incredibly glaringly well lit, as though they were terrified of any potential shadow. This place seems to be lit like a normal place. There's probably at the very least, especially as you come closer to the keep, there's probably quite a heavy presence of like guards that would patrol streets. But things seem to be more or less at peace at the moment as you're traveling through the streets. This on the map it's shown as one district, but this is more just sort of the general city center where a large percentage of the population lives and does business. So like you travel through like several different areas of varying income as you came towards the keep. The keep is contrary to the sort of quite, I want to say, more normal aesthetic of this city. The keep is enormous and unnatural looking. This just huge square building of sheer pearlescent white stone, which just towers above the rest of the city, looking over it. And you would approach these enormous front portcullis of it, which would again just automatically raise for you as you approached, recognizing you. And several soldiers would be waiting on the other side, greeting and saluting to you. And they would say, Sir, what's your name? Sir Dazaran, welcome back. You were back sooner than we expected. I trust your mission was successful. Are these the fate touched in question?
Yes, they are. Although you might have noticed, there is one of them is. Well, take a look for yourself and see.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Or take a smell for yourself.
That is that is pungent. I don't know if we should bring that before the Queen or not. As she is expecting you, we told her of your arrival already. She's waiting for you in the throne room if you'd like to disembark from your carriages. If you want, we can have someone take the body, and I don't know what you guys were planning on doing. We can bury it.
No, don't bury it.
We're
hoping the Queen can use her magic or knows someone that can help to revive him. Is that? I don't know what you want to do with him in the meantime, though. Bringing him into the palace doesn't really seem like that great of an idea.
Yeah, this guy is just a palace guard. He's not a wizard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the Queen might have some idea, or perhaps one of her wizards might have some idea.
At this point, Yolya is sliding out of the carriage and picks up the body and starts walking in.
It says it smells. It says it smells like Hayarkin's desperate for the throne room. As in the toilet.
2 guards holding spears block the entrance. By the way,
I was going to say someone would stop you surely. All these guards and soldiers around.
The door unannounced.
I just stare at them and say, "We're here to see the Queen."
Very well, sir. Very well, ma'am. Please wait there.
Oh, sir. Does the guard say that in? Does he have to correct himself, or is that you just correcting yourself?
They say, ma'am.
Okay, that's you correcting
He didn't have to correct himself. That would have been an interesting little thing to occurred. I'm pretty certain something would have happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but these 2 guards, they just seem stoic. Like they're royal guards. And for the rest of you who are still at the carts, this guard who has greeted you seems to just be panicking. Like, excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind waiting a minute? The Queen would love to see you all together. We're still not sure what to do about the body.
I've got the body in my arms.
Okay, so
I kind of look back and say, "We're here to see the Queen." Hamilton said the Queen can revive her.
Yeah.
That's
so
what we're here for.
I storm out of the carriage past the soldiers up to the guards that are blocking Yolya, and just say, just let him through, let him go and see the Queen.
What?
Tell the guards to let you go into the palace.
Yeah, but you said let him. I look at you.
Oh, apologies.
I look over and say,
I was talking about Hayarkin. Let him in. The corpse, him, and
I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide.
As soon as Hamilton tells them to, they step back. He seems to be someone of fairly high rank here.
I just walk in. I
Fairly
don't acknowledge that he'd done this. I'm just like, I'm here to see the Queen.
You're on a mission.
I am. Yes, you are correct in that.
You would step into an enormous foyer, sort of like there's be like a huge like stone staircase in the center and doors like on balconies above you and to the sides of you. You come to the realization you have no idea where the throne room is, and there isn't exactly signposts here.
Is there?
The rest of the party, are you all also coming, or
The rest of us.
yeah, everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've literally like walked in on my own.
So yeah, at the minute I'm probably like stood at the entrance watching Yolya go through, and then watching everyone else still in the carriages. I'm like, I don't know what to do again. What?
It's like I'm with them, with those guys. Can I come through? It's to the Queen. We go and see the Queen. Yes.
They let you through.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, so I like call for everyone else and say, come on, Yolya's already gone. You guys come in as well.
I'm hungry.
I'm sure they'll provide food for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Queen got food. Is the Queen gonna make us food? Is she gonna get us staff
Yeah,
to do it?
she's gonna cook you Sunday dinner
Damn it,
with special white potatoes.
If I've travelled all this distance to get to what's this city called?
Phalanx.
And the Queen isn't making me food, there wasn't with me coming to the city.
I'm sure the Queen's cooks will make you food.
So I'm obviously standing in this giant foyer, and I turn and look at Hamilton and shout over to him and say, "Well, come on then, lead the way."
Is everyone else in now? Have they all caught up with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I go ahead now, up to wherever the throne room is.
Yeah, so you can lead the way, and like you know this way pretty well. You've taken this route a million times. As you take your orders directly from the Queen. But the guard outside nods to you, knocks on the door, steps in, and you guys are all left waiting outside for a few moments. And he steps back, like just opens the doors in front of you, revealing what is a very long throne room, and at the end of it, sat atop a throne of pearlescent white, is a dwarven woman with flowers braided into her beard.
What?
And yeah, she.
Women don't have beards.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they
Yeah,
do.
they do.
In
Some of
universe,
them do.
they do. In
But this one
universe, they
does. And you don't want to say anything rude, do you,
Yeah,
bud?
don't offend the Queen.
Say nice beard.
Like, it seems it's not like Mountain Man. It's well groomed and it seems fairly feminine. But yeah, she has a
feminine
beard.
beard.
Like, she's not like a mountain man.
Is it pink?
But yeah, she has a no.
White.
No, it's probably like blonde.
Right.
But yeah, she looks up and says, "Ah, Sir Dazaran has returned. Wonderful to see you again. And these are the Fate Touched. I've unfortunately already been made aware of the unfortunate passing of Mr. Hyarkin. But I would like to extend my welcome to you all to the city of Phalanx. And I would like to let you all know that we are at your disposal in this trying time. For Hamilton, this seems real out of character for the Queen.
I'm really surprised. I'm like, oh, thank God she took that well. But at the same time, I'm thinking, what's going on?
More like cold and calculating as you know her.
I'm just confused again. Then
at this point, I'm like, so the I look at her and say, these trying times indeed, and I lay down Hyarkin on the ground and say, the first thing that you can help us with then is
Just one moment, sorry, Alex. I need to do a thing. Okay. She seems like there's a moment when she like makes a face like she's a little bit grossed out and doesn't hide it quite properly.
Does she scrunch her
I-
nose
I
up?
just-
still?
I look back up and say, I've been living with this for 3 days. Get over it.
My apologies.
And I say, we could completely reverse this if you know how to resurrect the dead into life again.
She takes a moment and pauses to consider her options and says, well, I was aware before you came to this throne room of the fate that has befallen your friend. It is possible to bring him back to life, although it's not something that can be done in this city. I do know of someone within the vicinity who may be able to do it. I can promise you it won't be easy. And the individual who can do this, while not an unfriendly sort, is, shall we say, a neutral party. He's an archfey. Just to put it bluntly, he is an archfey who is no longer living in the Feywild. Him and his court have both moved some ways north of our city and have taken up residence there. Very well. In order to show our dedication to helping yourselves and your cause, we would love to assist you in the resurrection of your ally. And as such, we would be very happy to provide the services of one Hamilton Dazaran, who I believe you're already acquainted with. And she motions towards Hamilton.
I'm trying to look like I know what I'm doing. Like, really serious.
First impressions may have been him. I can personally vouch for his prowess. I can promise that he will do as is needed by yourselves, and he will certainly be an asset to you in ensuring nobody else among you endures a similarly unfortunate fate.
I've just rolled for insight to see how truthful that sounds. After looking at at a guy who about half an hour ago was crapping himself over the fact that he might not have completed his task correctly.
Okay. We're only going to take the first insight on that, but like...
No, it's the second one. The first insight was for a different insight check I made. So it is the 15.
Okay. Well, in that case, he's enormous and is carrying a magic axe. He can probably handle himself in a fight, but he doesn't seem super smart.
Say the reason I was panicking is because I've never failed a mission before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Look at me in the eyes and say that.
Did you turn your camera on? Just
Hey,
for
Matt!
that?
I didn't realize you decided to become Linus Tech Tips when he's making his retirement video.
I know what you're referencing.
Oh, Matt knows what I'm referencing. We've all seen it.
I've seen it.
So one thing I do understand your references
So, sorry for the bit I missed. So, we've gone to meet the Queen. And from what it sounds like is that our new friend Hamilton is actually showing some competency despite our previous before our prior experience with him.
She has vouched for him,
Yeah,
a very capable fighter, essentially.
Okay.
more like the Queen is telling everyone I'm competent.
Yeah, and said that like she's willing to offer you his services while you try and resurrect Hyarkin, and she can point you in the right direction in order to find someone who can resurrect him.
It's probably a barbarian, but just to make sure, Hamilton is a barbarian, right?
Yes, he's a barbarian.
Okay, cool.
Was Alex's character in campaign 1 a barbarian?
No, he
I was.
Oh, you were.
My first character in
Matt's
campaign
first
1 was a
character was,
barbarian.
and Matt stopped playing him because he was too powerful.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering,
Yeah.
is Nick gonna find the same thing? Do you reckon?
We'll find out.
When I was setting it up, it sounds like he's a very powerful.
Oh, barbarians are insane.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not
compared
gonna
to
have an issue.
Hierarchan anyway. It's like insane.
That's
Yeah,
the reason
no.
why they
How
say
hard it is for me
barbaric.
to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbarians are insane. Sorry, I'm taking a drink.
That's not allowed.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
allow
I'll
you
go
to
and get a
drink.
drink actually, if you don't mind waiting
Hey,
for a
I'm
second.
clocking up these
Go
break
get some
hours that
water.
you're having, Logan. We're gonna deduct it from your pay.
We can take a 2-minute break. It's fine.
Oh, why did we do that when I was taking a giant shit? Okay.
Well, I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't
I
have your
put it in
camera on.
chat.
Did you?
I
Oh.
put it in chat.
You
Yeah, I
should-
put
you
it
should-
in.
You go read Facebook Messenger. While
No,
I'm
no, no,
playing.
no.
No.
It was in Discord.
If you put it in Messenger, one of us would have read it.
Sarah, that image.
What?
Uh,
Show me a gamer chair. I said a real gamer chair. Fucking affection. I love it.
I'm gonna show
Right,
that.
if people, I'm gonna go and grab a drink myself actually while people are gone.
Okay.
I'm also.
what
I'm gonna
time-
show it on the.
Is the stream on pause, by the way?
No, I can't put the stream on pause,
Yeah, you can end the stream and restart it.
and
the
I'm
next
not
one.
going through that. It's too much
No
work.
worries.
It's fine. Just take a 2-minute break.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some water.
So, what do people think of Nick's new character? Like it's just Matt who's here.
No, I'm here. I forgot I'm here.
Sarah's also here. Okay. Matt's doing his Linus impression. Don't do it more. God damn it.
Oh, is that when he was quitting or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just made the sad face at the camera. That one.
Yeah.
That's not even the best Linus. That's not even the best Linus
Wait, though,
picture.
he carried on.
What?
Yeah, I think he's basically just saying I'm retiring soon.
Oh, or just doing this.
Yeah.
Saying
This way,
one
there we
day
go.
I'll
There's the better picture. This is what I aspire to be.
Just the rectangle head.
A
Wow.
real weird dude.
But he do know his computers.
Yeah, he's a very clever guy. Dude.
Why are all the clever people weird?
I'm sure there's some correlation there.
Between what, sorry?
Clever people being weird.
Yeah, definitely. He's he's got that oh, what's it called? There's a specific name for it. It's like raw animal energy. Shit like that.
What are we on
What?
about?
Yeah.
What book do I
Linus.
come back to?
Linus Tech Tips.
He touches tips.
You do touch tips.
He also gives great sex tips.
Wait,
He
Why am I
does.
here? Just to suffer.
Linus sex tips, mate.
The Twitter's really good now for LTT.
They just meme. I swear to God.
Yeah.
It's like they decided to make a phone case of Linus's face. Like really dead, like dad look kind of face as well. It was so funny.
I'd buy something from LTT.com, but it's incredibly expensive to get it shipped here, so
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
unfortunately not.
The amount that they shill their own store as well is so funny in their videos.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta make money.
The water
But they
bottle.
make a lot of money.
Gotta make
I
more
know.
money. They're a business.
I can hear you.
You know they're always expanding.
Yeah.
well.
They've got the money to, don't they? Because most of their projects aren't even paid for by them. It's just paid for by other companies.
Sponsorships.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's what happens when you get loads of contacts.
What's this?
Yeah. None of your business, Rob.
That's good. Didn't care anyway. Fuck you. That's what I think is your gamer party.
I mean the one that you're at as well.
I mean, I don't have a
Yeah,
chair.
I was
Just
I
have
was
a
asking
shit
what
chair.
people think of Nick's new character.
Awful. Just terrible writing. I think
Were
the
you
theory.
expecting a barbarian?
I think the series is going in a terrible direction.
No,
I think
actually,
it needs to
I
be
wasn't
brought
sure
back
what he would cheat.
in.
So it'd be interesting to see how he plays.
I helped with making him after.
Yeah,
Logan, did you notice that I cottoned on very quickly to
Yeah, barbarian.
to who Nick's next character was gonna be?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
When
that
you,
was
like,
really cool.
Brought it up and you were like exactly right earlier. I was like, shit, damn it, I
Huh?
ruined it.
Why did you do that?
When me and Matt were hanging out before.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd you ruin it?
Matt
Well, I
was
didn't know it was gonna be. I guessed it was gonna be something
a
pretty
barbarian.
radical, and I
like-
guessed it would be a barbarian.
It's
So when the
"Nah, you
barbarian
couldn't
appeared
make
in
a
front of us,
barbarian takes a long sip.
Uh-oh.
so everyone had a nice Easter.
Rob, were you expecting the barbarian?
I never know what to think. What's D&D?
That's
Nah.
That's about right for Rob.
How do I do a unskilled intelligence check?
It's on your skills page near the bottom.
Nah. I know from today.
You've
You
never
don't
done
know.
it before?
No, you've all done them many times. None of you ever remember these things.
I
Yeah.
remember. Alex remembers.
You do now.
I remember.
Yeah, but
Remember?
Rob, at this point, it'd be weird if I didn't remember.
Yeah.
We started again.
Wouldn't it be weird if one of us didn't remember? Matt.
Wouldn't it just 1,000-yard stare at my camera that isn't switched on? Oh god, I just switched from Discord to Roll20 and the white screen burned my
Blinded you.
eyes.
Barg.
Burn.
Yeah, I mean, you guys will get like an opportunity to explore Phalanx a bit properly later. But,
In the meantime, I start playing the harmonica part of Piano Man. I rolled a 19, so I did it really well.
okay, just in the throne room. Time pauses.
I didn't realise I mapped these ones. I've never bothered to click these, but there you go. I have them.
Okay.
It's annoying that you can only assign 4.
Yeah, I mean, Thieves' Tools was one that like is an actual ability in check. The rest of those are your feats and class abilities. Like Uncanny Dodge and Evasion are just reactions that you do. I believe Savage Attacker is just you can re-roll the damage on your attacks, right? Which I think you've done like one time. It's a feat, which once again you never use.
Oh goodness, I love my characters. I should just Art needs to die.
You completely forget. No, he doesn't need to die. You just need to bloody remember this shit.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. But Art needs to die because I've used this sort of stuff so little. Just reroll the character. Like, I don't
Do you
know
wanna,
half the stuff on my character. That
Do you want to sacrifice Art to bring Hierarchin back?
yeah, let's do it.
And then you can have his character.
No, I like
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it. If I was good at this
There you
game,
go.
I'd like
There's a new
it
one.
even more. What's this? You put your stuff in the D&D chat.
See,
We all know it's the truth.
Hamilton enjoy it. There we go.
I'm pretty Hierarchin.
Oh god. I just looked at the template and thought it was the Yolia one again, but no, this one's new.
Oh, it takes me a second. To
He's on the
pull
ball with this. These are fresh memes.
Dang.
Christ.
Sarah, how much would it cost to commission a picture of Hierarchin's faceless body with
God.
saliva all over, with a picture of Yolia licking it and shit everywhere?
She
much would
doesn't
that
do fairy
cost?
porn anymore.
Nah.
She doesn't do it again yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if this dude
Yeah,
is
it
so
depends on the
desperate-
price.
I was gonna say, if this dude is so desperate, his price will probably keep
It
the
depends on
amount he's
if
gonna pay.
people
Gonna get to the
gold
point where it's
driving
gonna
her
be
with
too much
Monster
to
Hunter.
refuse.
Give me
I was gonna
that.
say he's been. I saw you playing the other day. Were you playing with him earlier? I think, weren't you?
No.
You were playing with someone earlier. I saw that you're in a lobby.
Was I in a lobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing with someone from Twitter, you said?
Yesterday, yeah. Not today. I haven't played with anyone today.
Except for us.
Yeah, except
Yeah,
for us.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, it was yesterday. My bad.
Yeah, I was playing with him yesterday.
Sus.
Well, that's the furry guy.
Yeah, the dude that wants the porn.
Yeah, they seem to be like normal people.
Well, yeah.
They are.
I
They
mean,
just
they
have
are.
a weird fetish.
Yeah.
That's why
like
you were so
feral-
freaked out, weren't you?
they
It's
look
like, they're
like
just
feral
talking to me normally.
All right. Let's not talk about this on stream.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Rob's stream.
No,
Apologies.
continue. It's
All
fine.
0
Oh.
viewers. Sorry about this.
Hey, I've had a couple of views recently. I've been impressed. You guys,
Is
the people
anyone
are actually
watching
interested
this
in
one?
this game.
Is
Probably
anyone
not.
watching this? I'm gonna have a look now.
Probably not.
Yeah, you then. You're the
I
one
will
watching.
be in
me.
a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a viewer.
Or should I watch
Oh, I'm
Pro
watching it.
Jared play Monster Hunter instead?
No.
I'd watch
God.
Pro Jared play Monster Hunter, to be honest.
That's what it must feel like, Sarah playing with this guy to.
RousedPotato, there he is.
That's
There we
me.
Oh, when are you gonna change into that horny potato icon?
Oh yeah. Did we find it in the end? I lost
Yeah,
it.
Sarah sent it to you. And
Oh,
then
I
you
found it.
In fact, it's a pinned message in this
Yeah, no,
Discord.
I just checked and found it. Yeah.
Anyway, shall we continue?
I'll do
Yeah,
it
the
after.
music has restarted.
Ready for next game? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like you guys would look over at Hamilton as he's like puffing up his chest and trying to appear official. And
Do I have to roll something for that?
no, I think
Performance, come on.
sure, performance check.
Performance check.
I don't mind.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong character. 1 second.
God damn it.
This is why he rolls like a nut. It's a nut one!
No,
Oh my god!
yeah,
I was just about to
wait,
say it as well.
wait, it's still the wrong one. That's coming up as Hierarchin.
No, it isn't.
no, that's just because your name in Roll20
Oh.
is
Oh,
Hierarchy.
it's coming up on here for me.
It's Hamilton
Yeah.
Glump
I'm
Dazarat.
controlling 2 characters.
So if you
Yeah,
select,
I
can
thought
he?
I was going to get to roll again then.
No. So yeah, you push up, you like push out your chest, and a little fart squeaks out.
I just give this a quick look at him at that, and then back at the
It doesn't-
team, and then I'm just like,
Jesus.
She's stone faced,
sure.
no reaction.
I'm like, sure.
I don't
fine,
know what
we'll
you're
take
referring to.
Anyway, I'm like, that's fine then. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take him.
Wonderful.
Kim.
In that case, the person who you should be looking for would be an archfey named Illitran of the Charred Grove. He
Well,
lives.
that doesn't sound ominous.
it's a title based on his preferred habitat. Fae are a little bit. Well, I would say they're literal, but they're only literal when it suits them. Just be careful when you speak to him, and probably don't let your new companion do the speaking for you. I can make sure that you have detailed directions set out for you, and I can ensure that for as long as you remain in this city, you will have pleasant lodgings and meals provided for you, either here within this keep, or if you would prefer, in any tavern you care to name.
Yeah, we'll take probably the. I say, is there some way we can have Hierarchin's body kept then for the evening while we rest up, as we have travelled quite a long while?
Of course. She nods to the guard who allowed you in, and you don't see anything. I think like Ott, since you know the message spell, you would probably be able to gauge. Oh, she's saying something telepathically to this guy, and
can do
he
that.
nods, But I think, like, because you know the spell, you would probably recognize when someone is trying to do it without hiding it at all.
Okay.
Like, trying to use a spell that you already know. And, like, if she was hiding it, then probably not. But she isn't. This guy steps out, and a few minutes later returns with a priest who says, unfortunately, while I do possess some divine magics, I'm not yet capable of resurrection. I can at least prevent the body from aging any further, shall we say. And it will also buy some more time for a resurrection ritual to be successful.
I look towards the priest and thank him for being taken care of for going to take care of the body.
And the queen says, excellent. Then the body will be taken care of in the chapel within this keep, until such time as you are ready to depart. And she says, now I'm sure that you've all had a long journey and you would like to rest. If possible, I would like to have a private word with Sir Dazaran. I hope that I'm not being rude to any of you.
It's all right. See you later.
No.
Yeah, Big Ham, and I pat him on the back, calling him Big Ham in front of the Queen.
Pickpocket him.
I let out another small fart.
So, yeah, you guys, it depends whether you guys, I think we'll get back to you in a minute, but like you guys be greeted and led to wherever it is that you want to know. In the meantime, Hamilton, the doors close behind the party as they leave, and you are left in the room alone with the Queen.
Sweating profusely.
She's,
oh god, she's not going to be happy.
She says, Hamilton, you're looking at the ground. Hamilton, look at me.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not angry at you.
But
how did he die?
It wasn't me.
Inside check. Okay.
I just like grovel. Like honestly, I don't know. Like that, I was where when you.
Very well, I believe you, Hamilton. I know that you wouldn't intentionally allow something like this to happen. I know how you feel about these people.
Yeah.
Hamilton, I want you to understand, we want these people on our side. Okay? That means you have to play nice, you have to do as you're told, and you have to make sure that they succeed. They all come back uninjured. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
I've said before that I would be willing to pay an extreme amount of money for another 5 people just like you. And something even better has just showed up. Do not disappoint me.
Fart, do it.
No. I've been stupid enough. I just go, yes. Will not disappoint you. You can trust me.
Yes, mummy.
Yes, mummy.
To me, it
I think-
seems to cool down a bit.
Did I actually say that?
I'm assuming you didn't.
At the hint of hearing the word mommy, your son says, who said mommy?
I felt a great disturbance in the force.
As if a grown man just whimpered the word mommy to someone.
There's some strong females in this game.
Strong females. Empowerment.
Matt.
Where's the York and
What's it
Jerry?
Where's the Hyakin, Hamilton?
Oh my
What?
God.
Hyakin? Where's Hyakin? I thought you were getting Hyakin. You what? No Hyakin? You fucking idiot, Hyakin. You total fucking idiot. That was your job, you fucking moron.
Oh, God.
She says, "Now, I want you to stay with them as much as you can. I don't really expect them to all stay together anyway, but try and keep them out of trouble wherever possible.
I'll do my best.
I imagine that they're going to be a boisterous lot, and I imagine that they are going to cause some trouble. I'll do my best to see that the minor things are overlooked."
Did someone say trouble?
DM looks meaningfully at Rob.
What? I'm not always trouble.
Stop causing trouble. Where's my playing cards, damn it?
Wait, you don't know anything about your playing cards going missing?
Actually, I reach into my back pocket right now and I say to the Queen, "Do you really think I would let anything Wait a minute."
Just like,
Your stream, you've got your character info on there.
I think that she's like probably not really paying attention to what you're holding. Like, oh, it's the cards again. Great. She doesn't notice that two of them are gone.
Okay. And I'm just like, can I
You're
go
like
now?
frantically shuffling through this. Yes, yes, you may leave.
Are any of them shiny?
I'd
They were
make them
all
shiny.
shinies. They
Oh
were
my
all
God, there's a
SSRs.
Yeah. They're all like 5-star,
Mm-hmm.
ultra rank.
Yeah.
No, we don't do trading cards anymore with NFTs only.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know
Please,
what.
Is it
I'm
was that
mild-
what that mining town was doing for Ethereum?
Crypto.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm minorly triggered by NFTs and I have no idea why.
Something bad for the environment.
Yeah.
I'm becoming more triggered the more I hear of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, I'm assuming like you guys are gonna just want to like take a long rest before you either explore the city or before you depart on your journey. You guys would be given the option of do you want to stay at a local inn or tavern within the city, or do you want rooms to be prepared for you within the keep?
How
What's the benefit
expensive?
of either?
It's just whatever your character would be more comfortable with.
Tavern.
You'd be
I imagine
comfortable in a
Derlan would
tavern.
prefer a tavern.
You just want to get Hamilton drunk, don't you?
Yeah, big hand.
Because you
I would
couldn't get
probably
Hayakin
answer.
drunk before.
Well, this is how you make. Wait,
Hayakin couldn't get drunk because he had that immunity. Didn't
Yeah.
he? He was bringing
Yeah.
everyone under the table.
What's happening with Hayakin's body? Is he coming to the pub too?
No, he's being
No,
looked
his
after.
body is currently being watched over by the shrine. In metagame context, this priest is going to cast the spell Gentle Repose. That stops the body from being resurrected as a zombie in any way, and it also extends the amount of time that you have to cast a Raise Dead spell on it by 10 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
Even
sleep
though
on it.
Raised Dead would actually not work in this scenario.
Raise Dead would? Well, no, it wouldn't, but if someone cast Regenerate. But again, things are working differently here. It's not specifically Raise Dead.
I know. We're not
You have
using
someone
we're not
that
using
does
rules as written in this regard.
Because I don't like the way rules as written work for reviving people.
Okay, do you want to spend like 10,000 golds worth of diamonds to resurrect
Yes.
this dude?
Uh,
Yeah, literally, True Resurrection costs 10,000 golds worth of diamonds.
Yeah, but it's also a 9th level spell, so you ain't
True.
getting that one.
But I'm pretty certain Resurrection is a 7th level, which a level 11 cleric can cast, I think.
Mhm.
So if we had a cleric in the party, we could technically cast it.
Let's go.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I think back to thing tavern for Yolia would make more sense. being
Okay. You
rather-
are given a choice of 3 different taverns of varying qualities. There is the dive bar, which is simply called the pub where mimics are banned. There is the fairly high class, well, sort of middle class inn called Captain Tony's Chess Club. And then there is the much more high class inn, which is in the Kendrillian Gardens, called the Ironheart Inn.
Where's this first one based in?
The shithole.
It
Yeah.
would be right up in the north of the Phalanx Center,
So up this area.
which is probably like you would have sort of passed by the border of it. It's a much more industrialized area.
Any other place is probably somewhere like more here.
Yes, it's much closer to the keep.
Okay.
And the Ironheart Inn is in the Kendrillion Gardens, which lives up to the name. It's a garden district.
Ooh, let's go there.
It's the fancy place.
Do we have to
Does
pay?
everyone want to do that one?
This
Are
is
we-
going
No.
to be paid for by the Queen.
Thank you, Queenie.
Hell yeah.
Better get the most out of it then. If it's been paid for.
So you are all headed to the Ironheart Inn, or what do people want to do? I leave this to a vote.
To the garden place.
So we've got one for the garden.
I like gardens. Yeah, why not?
Which one's the
Two.
shithole?
You want to go to the pub where mimics are banned?
Wait,
Yeah,
Does
I
that-
wanna go there. That sounds like fun.
is
I
That's
start
what it's
panicking.
called.
I'm like, I want to try and keep everyone together.
is
Go off on his own.
gonna have issues?
You're not a
Are you a
mimic,
mimic?
Smile.
I
You're a
know.
changeling.
Yeah, but they're
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of similar though.
Sort of ish.
Sort of. So art will be fine then.
Yeah, mimics are a specific type of monster.
Okay.
You're a person.
Okay.
Like mimics mimic inanimate objects.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure. So yeah, Sky Garden. In London.
Wait, so are you going to the garden or the pub where mimics are banned?
I don't mind. Where's which? Where's either?
So Matt, which one would?
High class or low class?
Low class.
The pub where mimics are banned. Okay, that's 2 for that
Okay.
one.
Um,
You're
I'm basically the decider.
well,
I will probably go in this time to the one in Cendrillium Gardens.
okay. Well, now we're 50-50. So I guess that makes Hamilton the decider.
Oh no.
We're not allowed
Take
to
them
take.
to the. Yeah, I don't want them splitting up. Go to the Sky Gardens. There's probably less chance of trouble happening up there.
Okay. So yeah,
You know, if I'm wanting to look after everyone, that's probably the safer option.
yeah, you can lead them to the Ironheart Inn. So the Cendrillion Gardens is, I say it's a garden district. It is very beautiful in the sense that it has colourful and green vegetation, which is pretty rare within this city. However, it's actually much more like a tiered hydroponics garden, like lots of tiered hydroponics gardens. There is some very high value property here, both housing and businesses, shops, inns, and this place is presented more like a restaurant, the Ironheart Inn, in this very florally decorated signboard. Waiters come to the tables, and you all step in, kind of out of place, carrying expensive equipment, but not dressed extravagantly at all. However, I think definitely Hamilton would be recognized because you're someone of noble lineage. Like, you would be used to eating in this kind of place and people like overlooking your presence, even if you didn't really fit in.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can all be provided private rooms. Ordinarily, they would be 20 gold apiece per night in what are essentially lavish hotel suites with room service and enormous soft beds. One is also provided for Hamilton, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure you would have your own residence.
Where does Hamilton live?
That's up to you. Where
Yeah,
where
where do I
would
live?
Hamilton? What sort of neighborhood would Hamilton live in, do you think?
he's a king's son.
Kingston.
Yeah, but not a kingpin here. He came here to get away from that.
Oh.
It'd probably still be in the keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely have a place to live within the keep. Right.
Does he have any pets?
Does he have any pets?
I don't know. I haven't thought this far.
I thought you were gonna have a chicken.
Yes, I have a chicken.
Okay, you have
Sorry, I'm
a
going to
chicken.
be like 15, 20. I'm really sorry.
I mean,
Do we want to end it
in
here?
yeah,
It's
in
gonna be gone
20
for 20
minutes, it'll be like 10 o'clock anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't mind ending it here, and next session we can have you either exploring Phalanx or getting on your way to the Charred Grove. And for the sake of you guys knowing where that is, I'm going to put you back on the world map for a second.
Are you sure we don't want to get the shopping bit out of the way?
You may want to. The Charred Grove is here.
Oh, there.
It looks very charred.
They're trees.
It's up near
where?
go on the way towards Dragon's Rest.
Oh yeah, it's nearer to Dragon's Rest. It's about halfway between Dragon's Rest and the Citadel and Phalanx. And I will update the map to say Citadel of the Stars / Phalanx next time.
Cool.
Wait, you can update the map?
I can. I have to go into the website that I used to draw it and change it, but that's possible.
Oh, right. So you actually put this whole map together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a really good website called Incarnate.
So what about the maps the lined out maps? Do we not spend much time that we don't need to see it?
What do you mean, the lined out maps?
Like the
The
previous
place
map.
where we just were.
That is, so this is good for like a world map, this software. It's not really good for like a detailed city map. They haven't really got the assets for it. I would prefer something where I can like draw something which is more functional than pretty.
And
We
I
had
feel
one,
like-
didn't we, near the start? Like when we were going through those like
Look, if
different
you-
streets and stuff where we had that fight. That was drawn on.
Yeah, I
something.
can like battle maps. I've
Oh,
done.
was that just a battle map in the city sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a street.
But you can't really get that overhead
That was
view of
something
it.
that I did within Roll20,
Actually-
but like
Oh,
I've
right.
just gone onto the website, Logan. You could. I'm guessing it's not the free feature though. I'm guessing that's the
No,
one
I
you have
don't
to pay for. I'm
probably.
guessing
How
that's
much?
what-
I
'cause,
haven't been on Incarnate in quite a while, to be honest.
How much?
I'm literally on their website right now, and
Yeah.
you can see there's differences. So you can have the world map, which is what we've got, regionals and city and villages. battle
As
map
well,
areas.
drawing Google Street View for a whole city is very difficult. I don't really want to draw
You
out.
don't need to
every
go in that
road.
much detail.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
I
really
was
feel the
gonna
need
say-
to draw out every road for it.
Don't
You
worry,
do. You
campaign
need to go
3.
in
I would
immense
kill
detail.
myself.
You need to put all the street signs in there and everything. Zoom in.
Cool, guys. We'll have our next session sometime next year when I draw out
Yeah.
this entire city map.
Yeah.
Campaign
Well,
3.
can't
Don't
we
worry.
Like you could just do like this map and show me like points of interest. Then I can do something.
Sarah's desperate for more graphical.
I do.
Finesse.
Just to help me identify.
I don't
Yeah.
mind doing that.
I do like
yeah, do that.
graphics, so that would be fantastic for the stream to look at. You know.
Yeah.
For the stream, it'd be good. I'm happy imagining everything.
Yeah.
I have-
just.
no.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do,
sorry.
do you remember that thing about the apple where can you imagine an apple and you can picture it, you can turn it? I don't have that.
Okay. I don't know what you're referring to at
Oh,
all.
I know what you mean.
I know
so
what you mean,
I
yeah.
don't know
Then
what
you
the name is, but she
Don't
can't.
have like a
She
picture.
can't picture things in her mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can't
Okay.
pick.
Which is weird considering she's an artist. That was
Yeah.
really fascinating. Like, how do you know what you're drawing? See it in your head.
Yeah,
not until it's on the page.
I
yeah.
don't understand that at all.
just put pen to paper and
it's
things
a lot
happen.
of winging it, I think.
You wing it very well.
Right, I'm going to kill the stream here because
Mhm.
we're not going to
Nice.
go any further, right?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.